Community-supported agriculture is at the forefront of the local food movement. Customers become members when they purchase a share of the garden. Let's get into gear and visit the Indus area in the southeast district of Rocky View County. It's here we discover Seeds to Greens.
Hi, I'm Dick Pearson, and I'm a community-supported agriculture market gardener.
And I'm Sue Pearson, and here at Seeds to Greens, we love what we do.
Sue and I met 21 years ago.
A friend of mine said, oh, let's go to a bowl sale, and I'm thinking, oh, okay, you know.
Sue thought she was going to a bowl sale, and actually she went to where I was at the Calgary Bowl Sale.
Where Dick was selling his bowls at this Calgary Bowl Sale.
So that's how we met.
The land here is a section of land, so the land is 640 acres, and the vegetable part of the land, the vegetable garden, is 5 acres.
And for that, we produce enough food for 180 families. We have 25 different crops, so this goes from almost from A to Z. We start with beans and beets, peas.
We have rhubarb, we have onions, green beans, lots of lettuces, we have peas, kohlrabi, leeks, potatoes, beets, parsnips, all the vegetables that can be grown in Alberta, we're trying to grow here.
It is a long list.
Pumpkins was great. It was a good addition for us this year. We had a rogue seed last year, and it just kind of ripened at the right time, and so we thought, oh, this is a great addition to our CSA, so it was a success.
We grow 25 things so that during the whole growing season we're giving a large variety of vegetables to our members, so they have a great selection of vegetables so that they do not have to go anywhere else other than to our delivery point to pick up their fresh vegetables.
The Yupik strawberry was a success. We had a lot of families that came out. It was really, we tried to gear it to families. It was very open in terms of where the kids were kind of picking and that kind of stuff. We kind of felt that that was an important part of it. And I feel if people start picking strawberries, they'll kind of become more aware of where food is coming from.
That was a big operation for us this year, and we had 4 weeks of strawberries, and it was an amazing experience.
I thought it was a really good introduction to a lot of families in terms of farming and food production. We were selected as one of the Rocky View stops for their tour this year. It was quite an interesting process to kind of be part of.
The Ag Tour has been happening for 29 years. It's a chance to feature various portions of Rocky View each year, and it's really designed to educate our rural public as well as some of the urban public and even some of our staff who are restricted to being in the office serving residents that they don't know much about.
The tour group had already visited several locations by the time we rendezvoused at noon.
Last year we focused on the Indus Langdon area, which is the southeast portion of our county. At lunch we had a chance to present the Master Farm Family Award.
To recognize those who are leaders both on the farm and in the community.
This year it went to the Galelli family from west of Crossfield up by Madden. A good example of the type of farm families that have been established in our traditional agriculture in the area. We've been inviting 4-H speaking contest winners to come and demonstrate their talents to us. And this year we were fortunate to have Brennan Monroe.
Before the formation of agriculture, our ancestors were hunters and gatherers.
A great example of how 4-H builds character and abilities within our youth far beyond just agriculture. The local Ag Society is very active in the Indus area, and they have been successful in securing funds to upgrade their recreation facilities for the equestrian group there in 4-H.
One of the highlights of this year's agriculture tour featured the barrel racing talents of Jewel Brister. And to wrap up our lunchtime visit, a roping demonstration by her brother, Gavin.
So it was really interesting to see how the local Ag Society does support agriculture, not only recreation, as many people think they do these days.
Our next stop on the tour, Seeds to Greens.
It was great to see the growth in this operation from 3 years ago.
You like some strawberries?
Oh my goodness.
So we thought the strawberries would be a wonderful thing to give people when they came off the bus.
We brought them out into the garden.
Okay, we're going to head out this way.
We had to look at some of the vegetables that were out here.
That's the most important connection we're trying to achieve. It is that one-on-one contact with the farmer that we really work hard on.
It was interesting to see all of the varieties of cucumbers and tomatoes and kale, and just dramatic to see what they can grow in that area. It's a lot of fun putting these tours together. A whole lot of preparation goes into, in fact, a year in advance. You need to be thinking about where you're going next year, who might be in that area that you'd like to feature, and thinking about the mix of what happens in that particular area.
After that, there was a lot of equipment that was being demonstrated, and because equipment is very unique for small farms, and then there was another demonstration in terms of the wash shed and the packing shed and that kind of stuff. So it was a really good way to kind of to tell people how the CSA was operating here in the Rocky View County.
In 1 hour, we had 100 people arrive, and then within an hour, they were all gone. The bus was gone, but it was amazing.
Then it's back to business as usual at Seeds to Greens.
We do two things. We hire staff. When we were at full capacity in harvest, we had 5 full-time staff working for us.
Our students show up at 7. We have a task assigned to the students, so some of them are in charge of picking the beans, picking the kale, the Swiss chard. After all those, like, we give them so many pounds that they have to kind of pick. They all kind of get delivered into the wash shack. They're all washed, they're all graded, and then we bag all the vegetables into certain amounts per members. So a full share gets twice the amount as the half share kind of does. So it's a lot of preparation, a lot of grading, and then it's stacked, and then it's put in the cooler to kind of cool down, and then it's packed up at 3 o'clock to kind of get delivered into the delivery sites in Calgary.
It's Tuesday, so we're off to the Glamorgan community in Calgary's southwest quadrant.
On that night, we had all the members came almost all at once. And so we were both setting up our mini market to sell vegetables to the public, and we were trying to get the trays out to fill the tables as the members came to pick it up. Since we were going to be there for 2 hours, where would be a good spot to set up a mini market to sell extra vegetables to the public?
When people kind of come to the delivery sites, we encourage a lot of discussions, a lot of just activity that's involved in that, a lot of ideas of how to use the vegetables. A lot of swapping goes on at that time.
So extremely busy for about a half hour. And we had 2 volunteers that night, and that's what really made it work for us. I've always been a farmer at heart. I love watching things grow. I love being part of that process.